Welcome back to the cryptoworld channel, everyone. My name is Josh, and right now, Bitcoin is rejecting from critical resistance while also flashing this short-term warning signal as new liquidations could be coming very soon, while Ethereum is also flashing the same short-term warning signal. So I'll be talking about all of that and more later in the video, so definitely watch to the end. First of all, taking a look at the 4-day Bitcoin chart, and we can see nothing has really changed on this chart right here over the last one day. So with that being said, getting straight into this daily Bitcoin chart, and over the last couple of days here, we've seen a bit of a sideways consolidation, just some choppy sideways price action in the DXY, also known as the US dollar index. And so just while this is happening in the short term, this is not really giving us too much information for the price of Bitcoin, because if the DXY is neutral, it's not really affecting the price of Bitcoin much. Whereas if it's bearish, that is very often a bullish signal for Bitcoin. And if the DXY is bullish, that is very often a bearish signal for Bitcoin. And so at least for now, because we have not yet confirmed a bullish trend reversal in the DXY, at least for now, it's technically still within a bearish trend, which means the price of Bitcoin is still looking bullish in terms of the trend and momentum. But obviously during a bullish trend, we can see short-term pullbacks from time to time, so keep that in mind. And with that being said, taking a look at this daily Bitcoin chart, and as of right now, the price of Bitcoin is actually experiencing a short-term rejection from this major area of resistance, sitting in between around 67 to 68,000 approximately, with the top side of this resistance sitting just above 68,000 based on this volume profile indicator showing a lot of traded volume right at around 67 to 68,000. And so it's no surprise that the price of Bitcoin is somewhat struggling around this area, at least in the short term, because obviously I've been talking about that over the last couple of days. I've been saying we're most likely going to see the price somewhat struggle around this area, even though the trend is technically still bullish. And so once again, not much has really changed over the last one day. I'm still bullish on the price of Bitcoin in terms of the trend and momentum. But as I always say, during a bullish trend, we can see some short-term pullbacks or sideways consolidations here and there during a bullish trend, just like how during a bearish trend, we can experience some bounces back to the upside here and there during a bearish trend. And so at least for now, 67 to 68,000 approximately, or more specifically going up towards around 68.2 to 68.3k, that's the main area of resistance to pay attention to as of right now. And if we see a confirmed breakout well above that level with daily candle closes above that level, and ideally flipping that into new support again, then in that case, the next major area of resistance is sitting in between around 72 to 74,000. But in the meantime, if we actually play out a little bit more of a rejection from this resistance right here, then in that case, I would be expecting major support in between around 63 to 64,000 approximately. And I'd only start flipping more bearish again in terms of the trend and momentum if we start seeing a break back below around 63,000, and especially if we start getting back down towards around 60,000 or below 60,000 at those levels. Once we break below key support, that is a bearish trend reversal signal, which at least for now has not happened. And another bearish trend reversal signal for the price of Bitcoin would be if we see more of a bullish trend reversal here in the DXY, which once again, at least for now, has not really happened. And so due to that, once again, I'm still bullish, at least as of right now, on the trend for the price of Bitcoin, for the trend and momentum in the short term. But in the imminent short term, obviously, we're still struggling around this resistance, which is to be expected. And based on the Fibonacci retracement tool from this swing high at around 72,000 down to this swing low at around 53,500, we have the 78.6% Fibonacci level of resistance, which was sitting at around 67,500 and did act as a bit of short-term resistance. But obviously over the last one day, we saw a fake out above that level, basically a breakout and then a break immediately back below that level. And so once again, this is why we need to watch multiple different charts and indicators and levels of resistance, because obviously we weren't just looking at this single level right here at 67,500. We were looking at this overall price range in between around 67 to around 68,000 acting as resistance. And zooming further into the short term, looking at the 6-hour Bitcoin chart, at least as of right now, we've actually just confirmed this new bearish divergence with yet another higher high confirmed in the price in the candle closes and a new lower high confirmed in the 6-hour Bitcoin RSI. And in case you're new to all of this, you might be wondering, what does this mean for the price of Bitcoin? Why is this a warning signal? Well, basically a bearish divergence is essentially telling us that at least in the short term right here, we are losing some bullish momentum, because usually these bearish divergences most commonly play out in the form of either choppy sideways price action, so just a sideways consolidation, or a bit of a short-term pullback as the most likely outcomes. And these divergences on the 6-hour chart usually play out over a few days or so. So that sort of time frame, we could take a bit of a cool off, a bit of a break from the short-term bullish trend, but a bearish divergence by itself is not necessarily enough to confirm a bearish trend reversal. And so once again, potentially for the next couple of days or so, we could see a bit of a short-term cool-off from the short-term bullish trend, but ultimately we could continue the bullish trend later on if we don't confirm any bearish trend reversal signals, like for example, a break below key support. As long as we hold above support, and for as long as the DXY is still ultimately trending in the bearish direction, then it's only a matter of time before this short-term bullish trend in the price of Bitcoin will ultimately continue to the upside if we don't confirm any bearish trend reversal signals. And if you want to trade these moves in the price of Bitcoin or any other crypto, personally, I take just about all of my trades over on Bybit. So I'll make sure to leave a link to Bybit down below this video in the description and in the pinned comment. And if you use that link down below this video to make a Bybit account and deposit on that account, then you can get up to a $30,000 deposit bonus, but only if you use that link down below this video. And also, if you use that link, it'll take you to this page right here, which is a massive lucky draw happening right now, where you could potentially win up to $100,000 just by trading crypto using the link down below this video. And so if you're going to be trading crypto anyway, you might as well check this out. Once again, first link down below this video. But for whatever reason, if you cannot access Bybit or if you cannot KYC on Bybit, there is also Bitflex, which is another crypto exchange similar to Bybit, but you don't need KYC for Bitflex. And so I'll also make sure to leave a link to Bitflex down below this video as an alternative crypto exchange. And with that being said, taking a quick look at the Bitcoin liquidation heat map, and right now we have a new level of liquidity building up in this chart right here, which is sitting at around 65.7k approximately. And so as of right now, that is a potential short-term price target for the price of Bitcoin, because usually the price of Bitcoin moves towards where there's a lot of liquidity, especially if it's close to the price. And so as always, it's not a 100% guarantee that the price will definitely hit that level, but it is a likely outcome that the price will likely hit that level potentially sometime soon in the short term, as in over the next 1 to 2 days or so. And other than that level, we do have a little bit of liquidity still to the upside right here at around 68,500 to 69,000. But with that being said, the main level of liquidity, at least in the short term, is this level at around 65.7 to 65.8k. And with that being said, if we're taking a look at Ethereum on the daily time frame, right now the price of ETH, despite the latest short-term pullback, is technically still playing out this bullish trend reversal with that clean breakout from this bump and run reversal pattern with a bullish price target at around 3.9k. And so once again, when it comes to the trend and momentum on the daily time frame, nothing has really changed over the last 1 day despite the short-term pullback, which once again can happen during a bullish trend, just like how we can see some bounces during a bearish trend. But if we're taking a look at this 8-hour Ethereum chart, right now the price of ETH has actually just confirmed this new bearish divergence on the 8-hour time frame, with a new higher high confirmed in the price in the candle closes, and now a new lower high confirmed in the 8-hour Ethereum RSI. And so, like I said earlier, for Bitcoin, this is telling us that the price of ETH, at least in the short term, is losing some of that bullish momentum. So potentially for the next few days here, we could see a bit of a break, a bit of a cool off from that short-term bullish trend, but this is not necessarily the end of the bullish trend. And we also still have a lot of resistance at this golden pocket right here, sitting in between around 3480 to 3520 approximately, which is still acting as short-term resistance. And as for support, we do have a lot of support in between around 3340 to around 3380 acting as support. And so just in case we do see a bit of a further pullback in the short term, I would expect a lot of support around that price range. And ultimately, if we start breaking back below around 33.40, that is a possible bearish trend reversal signal if that actually happens. But at least for now, that has not happened, which means we're still in a bullish trend. But just for the next couple of days, potentially expect a bit of a break, a bit of a cool off from that bullish trend just in the immediate short term here. And if we're zooming further into the short term, looking at the 2-hour time frame, right now the price of ETH over the last 1 day has just hit the bullish price target for this breakout from this triangle pattern right here, because the breakout price target was sitting at around 3560 to 3570, and over the last 1 day we pretty much exactly hit that level within just a couple of dollars. But with that being said, taking a look at the price of Solana on the 12-hour time frame, and right now we're actually seeing a clean rejection from this critical area of resistance in the short term that I've been talking about here on the channel, sitting in between around 183 to 187. And so obviously we did have this previous area of resistance, which is now acting as new support, sitting in between around 170 to 175. And I said recently here on the channel, if we see a breakout above 175, expect to move up towards in between 183 to 187, and then expect the price to struggle around that area, which over the last one day has clearly happened. And so that is still the area of resistance to pay attention to as of right now in the short term. And for support, once again, we should expect a lot of support in between around 170 to 175, and a lot more support at around 159 to 161. And at the same time as the price of Solana running into this key level of resistance on the chart, we also saw the 12-hour Solana RSI go into overbought territories like what we saw back here on the 20th of May. And the last time this happened, we were also at pretty much the same level of resistance in the price of Solana. And next we did see more of a short-term rejection. And so just keep in mind, obviously an overbought signal is the opposite of an oversold signal. And so usually when the RSI is overbought, especially on the 12-hour chart or larger time frames, usually this means we're kind of peaking, at least in the imminent short term. So we're basically running out of room to the upside and we need some time to cool off, but this is not necessarily the end of the bullish trend. Because, for example, a likely scenario based on this signal right here is the price playing out a bit of a short-term cool-off, so either sideways consolidation in this price range right here, or a bit more of a pullback into this area of support. Either way, just a cool-off from the bullish trend in the short term over the next few days or so. And as the price is playing out that cool-off, that helps to reset the RSI, which actually gives us more room to the upside later on. And so once again, at least as of right now, we've not yet confirmed any bearish trend reversal signals. So in terms of the trend and momentum, I'm still very much bullish, but just over the next couple of days or so, I do expect a bit of a short-term cool-off during the bullish trend. And once again, if you want to trade these moves in the price of Solana or any other crypto, check out those links down below this video to claim those extra bonuses. And if you want to actually know how to trade crypto, no matter if the price is bullish, bearish, or chopping around sideways, then make sure to watch these videos popping up right here on your screen. The video in the top left shows you how you can profit from bullish or bearish price action using long positions or short positions. And the video in the bottom left shows you how you can easily profit from choppy sideways price action. But anyway, that is everything that I have to say for today. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.